Hey YouTube, it is Zach here with the best possible online server on Minecraft that you could play in. Now, the server that I am on right now, as many of you could guess, it is Mineplex. Yes, this mind-blowing server has almost everything you could get. Now, on Mineplex, there can be parties. You can't have friends, however, there can be parties. You can join people's parties. And by the way, I will put the link in the description for the server. You can play on a European server or the normal US server. Just depends on who you want to play with, what language you want it to be in. And yeah, so let's go through all the mini games you could be playing. First, we have Block Hunt. This game is a hide and seek game. Mostly there's hunters. And they hunt for the blocks. And you could be any type of block if you're a hider. You could be anywhere from a bookcase to a block of wood. Next game, we have my personal favorite, Super Smash Mobs. Super Smash Mobs is a remake of the game for the Wii. However, it has mobs. You could choose your mob and you fight to the death in these maps. There are no teams, and you have these powers. Let's say if you were a skeleton, you'd be able to shoot arrows, more than one arrow at a time, and you'd be able to shoot bones everywhere. Then there is Draw My Thing. Draw My Thing is almost like Hangman, just without the hanging. And you're guessing at a picture, not, words. And it's a very fun game. It's anywhere from, oops, sorry, I have, Stacker on. Stacker's a, hub game that, you could play, you could throw people around. Hub Stacker. Click to disable. Disabled. Alright, so no people can annoy me. Yeah, and Draw My Thing is a very fun guessing game, so if you want to play that, go ahead and play it. And next is Castle Siege. I don't know too much about Castle Siege. Castle Siege is basically two kingdoms going against each other. Knights, archers, wolves, zombies, zombie pigmen, all this cool stuff. Then, over here, we have a favorite, not my favorite, but Mineplex's favorite, Dominate. Dominate, as you can see, you can be all these different classes, and you fight on a team. It's like Capture the Flag, almost. Next, we have Sheep Quest. Sheep Quest is another one of my favorites. In Sheep Quest, you will be trying to get sheep into your pen. There are 4 different teams. Whoever has the most sheep at the end wins. It's very fun. Then we have One in the Quiver. If you have played Call of Duty before, Black Ops especially, you will know what One in the Quiver is. It's like One in the Chamber. You have one bullet, or one arrow I should say, that is a one-hit kill no matter what. And then you could take out your sword and fight. And the last one, whoever gets 21st wins, 20 kills. Next we have Turf Wars. A good example of One in the Chamber. There are 2 teams. You have Wool. Whoever reaches 64 kills wins, or 65, I should say. And, sorry, I ran out of breath there for a second. That was a little embarrassing, but, yeah, and every arrow is a one-hit kill. And, yeah, so you're basically on teams of, I don't know what it is, like 10, 9. Then we have Mixed Arcade. It's a mix of every game, and it also has beta games and different games. I can't explain to you what those games are, but for an example, Death Tag, Milk the Cow, and all those games. Next, we have Dragons. This is also a very fun game. Not one of my favorites, however, but it is fun. In Dragons, you could actually, you want to be the last one surviving, and there's dragons. There's like 5 dragons, and they come attacking the island. You have to see if you can survive. Last one surviving wins. Next, we have Dragon Escape. Dragon Escape is almost the same thing. However, you're running from the dragons. You're not just hiding. And you could also knock people off. There's a ton of different cool maps. Next, we have Super Paintball. And yes, this is paintball. I don't have to go into details, I'm assuming. It's paintball. You could have a shotgun, machine gun, and yeah. So, whatever team gets painted loses. And now we have good old Bridges. The Bridges is a very famous game. They have Bridges tournaments that you could win a ton of gems in. I'll explain what those are later. And yeah, you could, there's 4 teams, you want to get as much resources as you can for when the bridges fall. Whatever team is the last surviving will win. You could go to another person's team and attack their place, or you could camp in your place. And now, the final one, another one of my favorites, and a very famous one. This is on almost every server you could find on Minecraft. Survival games. Now, this is a game where it's a free-for-all. 24 people fighting to the death. Just like in the movie. And yeah, so you wanna, it's a giant map. Every map's giant. You wanna run and see if you could be the last one standing to get into a deathmatch. And those are all the games on Mineplex for the most part. There are some more. There's beta games. And then there's, you could, oh, by the way, why do you want to play these games? Well, other than fun, you could get gems. Now, as you see, I have 5,231 gems. Now, these gems can be used to buy things in the cosmetic menu. And they can also be used to launch, you could buy pets, you could buy horses, you could buy gadgets. Almost anything you could possibly think of. And yeah, so then there are weekend event servers. This is where the bridges servers usually are. And yeah, you could earn gems by doing parkour. I completed some of them. There's like lava parkour, ruins parkour. And yeah, so you could there's parties. Not to mention that the parties are very cool. And you can do a lot of things with the party. But, however, there are no friends, but they will be coming out with them soon, I have a feeling. And, yeah, and then the last part about this server is there's different ranks. Now, the rank I am right now is Ultra. You could go on the site mineplex.com and find, like, you know, Ultra and Hero. What they do is basically, Hero and Ultra, they both, Ultra gets you 2 times the gems after a match. And not to mention you have every kit unlocked in every game that you could possibly be. And Hero gets you 3 times the gems. And you could ride Ender Dragons. And you have animated name tag, which is cool. And both of them have really cool other unlockables. And yeah, so there's much more you guys could explore on this server. There's much more places you could find, all these different people. You could jump off cliffs. You could find these hidden treasure chests. It's amazing. So, yeah, check it out. This server is my favorite server, and it's amazing. So, check it out and have fun. Bye, YouTube.